Yo guys, so today we're looking at a project that I'll be loading up that I've been working on for quite a while, and got some inspiration from Fred again, some UK house, that kind of thing, and kind of just wanted to show you guys what my process really looks like as a producer, just to give you a quick preview. This is what we got. Right, so here's what we've got going on. So I've got this sick loop going. What I did on there is I just routed it and took off those high frequencies. Without it, it just sounds like this. And I don't really like that. Keep it subtle. Got this other little lead thing, or pad. Just to give it that nice little spacious, kind of like underground, big hall kind of thing. Moving on, we've got this shaker thing. Alright, and then after that we've got more shakers. Well, it's the same shaker, but I've got a nice deep reese. Got a little bit of processing on that as well, which is right here. So yeah, once this plays, because it has a sub on it as well, so Alright, so that's just for the build up, and then we've got in our other patterns, we've got our sub in this one. It'll sound just like this. And then it's important for the low end. You go to this, literally just took off all the highs and then just boosted the lows a little bit. Turn down the volume, you don't want to make it muddy. And then we'll go here. Totally forgot to do this. Control C, Control V. Make sure it's pitched down an octave so it goes on the lows. And then you've got so that's just like a nice little introduction into the beat. All right. After that, we've got our risers. All right. We've got our Oh, and so what I did as well, right? I actually forgot what I did. Right, so it was the vocals. So what I did, right, is I got my vocals. And then once they started playing like around here. So I did that, I recorded it, alright, and then I basically just blurred it and then had this thing. So the way I did that was basically I just opened up Edison and then you blur that. First, you want to make sure you get rid of this little. Get rid of that, and then you've got. Now, I'll blur it. You get. And then you get that. Boom. So then you just place it into your mix, and you've got. Now, I've done a lot of reverb things, and I used a parametric EQ in order to help with effects. So just to make it clear. This is what it looks like. So I gave it a little bit of EQ, cut some of the lows, cut some of the lows. Just rolled it off a little bit at the highs. Took some of the mid because I didn't like the way it was hitting. I gave it a little bit of chorus, right? That kind of thing. Just a little bit of chorus, a little bit of filter right here as well. And then multi-band. That's what it looks like. And then just give it a little bit of noise, a little bit of color, right? Very, very slight, very like minimal, but it brings out everything. And then I've got this reverb, automated. And then I was thinking about doing like a little trance gate, like shaping. Doesn't really fit with the whole vibe. Then we got our drums, nothing crazy, literally just simple like dubstep kind of garage beat, and our bass obviously. Got a moving bass, so that's important. Here we look at Serum. What do we got? So we've got we've got a sort of sine wave that's edited. So if you just go just to that. Heavy amounts of effects, all sorts of things. And then boom. We put a little with the sub as well, just to give it some volume and some color. It's also important that we get this going. Just a little chops from this. chop it into the boom, boom, boom. If we just zoom into what they look like, it's literally just, and then I've obviously like moved the volume a bit, but it would just sound like, and then obviously chopped it into, just gives it a little bit of movement. Right? Here, what I did was, not sure, this was a happy little accident. I think I put this into Edison and then literally just reversed it. When it wasn't reversed, I think it sounded like, wait, what was this at, 86? I remember that. Yeah, that's all it was, literally. And then I was like, oh, that could be cool if I just like put that in the track somewhere, and then I did. So I reversed it and it came up with this. Literally all the drums are doing is just boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Just keep it like grimy and simple. Like there's really not much going on there. Alright, and then you've got a little bit of percussion going on. And then we've got this later part of the build-up. It's the exact same thing, but this is just changed.